What's good? We back. The Boxing Clinic and more. Your boy CJ Goodfella back with Classic or Not. And we talking today, young Jeezy, Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101 classic rap album or not. So we already did one, Rick Ross Port of Miami. Check it out. I'll make a exclusive playlist for these that we call Classic or Not. So check out my playlist, kind of categorize what I do here. Like I said, I'm more than a boxing channel, so don't let the name fool you if you're a first-time listener or you don't know. Had a guy get mad, oh, this is not about the fight. Well, you better read the description of the channel and listen. You know what I'm saying? I told people I'm more than a boxing channel. And, yeah, this was an excellent album. I mean, I remember the prequels leading up to this, Trap or Die mixtape. I think Cam Band and Snowman was around there. And Jeezy definitely hit the scene tough. Not a lot of people don't understand Jeezy music. They, he's just not lyrical, this and that. The wordplay just goes above their head because they don't understand, what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And definitely a great artist. One of my favorite artists of all time, easily. And it was an amazing album. I think this may be in my top 20 rap albums of all time. I know it might be a disconnect to the Cool G rap and the Run DMC fans and some of those other fans, but it's my personal opinion. And Public Enemy fans and stuff of that nature. I love those guys as well, too. But obviously, you had the Thug Motivation 101 intro. Stand Ovation was great. Gangsta Music was great. Let's Get It. Sky's the Limit. And then what? That was his first single, Manny Fresh. I remember I got a promo tape at Summer Jams for when this first came out. Go Crazy. Last of a Dying Breed. My Hood. Bottom of the Map. Get Your Mind Right. That was on, I think, Trap or Die. That was on the prequel. That was crazy. Trap Star was another crazy. Bang featuring T.I. Lil Scrappy was crazy. Don't Get Caught. That was like an interlude, whatever they call it. Soul Survivor featuring Akon. That was a very, very good song. That was based off the Paid in Full movie, which we just did hood stories about that, about the real stories, or will be coming if I haven't dropped the video yet. I already chopped it up. Trap or Die versus Bun B. That was on Trap or Die, the prequel. That was a great song. Tear It Up was another good one. That's How You Feel. Just got done listening to that. Talk to Him. And a bonus track, Air Force Ones, that had one version had Baby D on there. Used to be with DJ Unk. And like I said, it's a classic album. It's probably top 20. And if you're wondering, some of my top 20 includes The Chronic, Doggy Style, All Eyes on Me, and a few other albums you probably would never think would come in there. What was it, Black Steel, Public Enemy, that was in there as well for me. But this one is definitely my top 20. That might be controversial. So if it's in my top 20 all time, from my personal opinion, I haven't heard every rap album. Then I approve this as a classic, no doubt about it. This is not debatable. Like I said, Port of Miami, I wouldn't argue. This one I would argue about. Great album, production, wordplay, authentic style. A lot of people wasn't a fan of that. Trap music, I think it's the last great genre within hip hop, within rap. I think within hip hop and rap there are genres. You had gangster music, you had the MC Hammer pop rap type of music, which is more prevalent today. You had the West Coast vibe of music, you had the East Coast lyrics of music. I mean, you had different music. You had the positive, conscious rap music. So you have different genre within the rap game. So the underground movement, you had Dies Effects, and you had guys like that. So Onyx, you had the hardcore rapper. So this one was definitely the impact that it had. Not commercially, I don't really say it's a classic based on how many album sales it had or how good commercially did. That wasn't for me. I pretty much point to how good was the work, how good was the lyrics, how good was the hooks, the song making, the music, the instrumentals. Overall, what I'm saying, we talk about a classic album, and this was off the chain, easily off the chain. Probably the greatest rap albums I listened to, man. Like I said, man, Jeezy is a very, very underrated artist, though. Very, very underrated, and like I said, when I first heard this album, man, even from the intro, Standing Ovation, I had a friend, every basketball game we had in high school, that's what he listened to, was Standing Ovation. Gangsta music was cold-blooded, man, and you know, the first couple singles he had was Then What and then Soul Survivor. Those were could have been two of the worst songs on that on the album. You know, Get Your Mind Right was like a hood, like dude, like that was one of my favorite songs on here, man. Get Your Mind Right. He was talking some real cash shit on that one. Bottom of the Map, a lot of people like that. Trap Star was my shit as well. Like, it was just a whole great album. And you knew this album would be great, and I don't use great loosely. When you heard the prequels, you heard before that Come Shop With Me, earlier Raw Jeezy, Trap or Die, and I think Can't Ban the Snowman was before this as well. When you heard all of those, I knew Jeezy would be here to stay. Even when I heard Boys in the Hood, I was like, Joey Breeze, sweet. My brother would tell me, no, Jeezy gonna be the one that popped. And he was right. Jeezy was the most successful one out the group. He made the group. When he left, they tried to replace him with Gorilla Zoe. It didn't work. But I'm telling you, this was single-handedly one of the greatest, not just Southern rap albums, one of the greatest rap albums overall. You have a lot of great ones. Outkast dropped Stankonia and Speaker Box Love Below. I mean, T.I. has some great albums. Trap Music, Urban Legend. Paper Trail was another good one. You had Jay-Z, who had The Blueprint. You had Nas, who had Illmatic and It Still Was Written. You had Ice Cube, you know, America's Most Wanted. You had NWA, who had great albums. You had a lot of great rap albums, man. Doggy Style was one that go overlooked. The Chronic was another one. Biggie had a couple of them. Life After Death was some people that really don't consider a classic, but it did well at the in the sales. So yeah, man, I definitely think it's a classic. It's the Box of Clinton more. Make sure you check us out: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Our new podcast, all those links in the description, even at S1210 College Sports Most Wanted for your college football, basketball needs. Email, if you want to donate, the PayPal link is there. I prefer the PayPal over the Super Chat because the Super Chat is a tax. So shout out to the Super Chats and everybody donate to PayPal. We on Facebook. I'm going to subscribe, share, hit the bell icon. Let me know what you think, classic or not classic, in your opinion. We gone.